Let's start it off with Jess Darrow. Wait, hello.
Guys.
Keep that energy going. We need Janet Barney to come on up.
Woo!
Why, hello. Thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, make some noise for Mr. Marty Grabstein.
Yeah! Woo!
Yes. Hello.
Oh, man.
Absolutely. Welcome. Please join us. Yes, if you want to sit here, we can do boys, girls, however you want to. Listen, I'm not mad at you, brother.
Sit
I am
next
not
to
mad
us.
at you.
Definitely be better for me.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah, get snuggly.
We're family.
Lucky guy. That's what I'm talking
You
about.
were worried about me, weren't you, my friends?
Listen, we're happy to see all of you. This is a voice actors roundtable discussion. Wow. So we're really going to try to get into conversations about the craft that you all just represent so wonderfully well before we throw things out to the audience to ask like deep questions. But we're going to start off personal, if you don't mind. You guys have brought some wonderful characters to life, and we've all enjoyed them. Yes, we've all enjoyed them? Just checking. If you don't mind, who is your favorite cartoon character? Ever. Oh, it just got moody. Oh, it just got super personal. Okay. Yes.
Psychologically.
Metaphorically, even?
Yeah.
Yes. Who would be your favorite cartoon character?
This is favorite
Don't look at
anything
me.
is like immediate panic because it's like, what about my 20 favorites? I have a top 20, and in that top 20 are 50 things, and they're all part of the top
And
20.
they're all great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, this is very hard.
Marty was looking it up on his phone real quick.
No,
He was
I
like,
just-
what's my favorite?
What are
Have I
Marty's
ever
What
seen-
are
favorite
Marty's
I
favorite
was
cartoon
wondering-
characters?
Who's talking?
Everyone.
Just now.
Just now, everyone.
Somebody back there?
No.
Yeah,
no.
who did that?
Who was that?
That was the gloriousness of Jess.
What?
Yes.
Is it the echo
The-
of
the voice of
bouncing, the
God.
bouncing?
Oh, was
right.
that you talking?
Can you believe it?
It's so
He wasn't
deep.
expecting it. So deep. Yeah.
Anyway,
that's why
I'm gonna
everyone's
say-
here, because I got a deep ass voice.
My favorite cartoon character.
Yes.
Let's move things
Let's go.
on, right?
Let's go.
Right.
It's Bugs Bunny. I come
Okay.
from
I love
Bugs
that.
Bunny. I'm an old guy, you know.
No, not
So-
old, seasoned, distinguished.
Seasoned.
Not
It's
old.
old. Nothing wrong with old, by the way.
No, you earn old.
I'm not washed up. Almost washed up, but not.
Right. Not there yet.
so
Not there
yet.
yet. That's fair.
Anyway, Bugs Bunny.
Okay. Any particular voice era of Bugs? Are we talking Mel or
definitely.
Okay.
The 50s, 60s, you know, that's what I grew up on. The beautiful vocal stylings of Mel Blanc,
Yes,
you know.
yes, absolutely. But yeah, big shout out to Mel Blanc.
Woo!
Legend, absolute legend.
Come on, you people. Mel Blanc!
Yeah! Yeah!
Right!
Royalty.
Come on.
Literal royalty. Janet?
I don't think I can step outside the Avatar verse, which
That's fair.
But it's because when I think about the voice that like I would want to hear in my head, both in happy and hard times, it's Uncle Iroh.
Oh.
I just love Uncle Iroh so much. You know?
2 fingers up for Mako, please. Yes.
Two fingers
yes.
up for the great Mako.
Oh my goodness. Yes. He brought such richness to that performance, and you just believe he's everyone's uncle. Like
everyone's uncle.
Literally
Greg
everyone's uncle.
Baldwin.
And Greg
Oh,
Baldwin,
yeah.
Iroh 2.0.
Yes,
You
yes.
could not ask for a more gracious,
Yes.
kind, and grateful
true.
person to
Very, very true.
take up the mantle and a true
I was going
mega
to say
fan.
the mantle.
Yeah.
You said the mantle.
Yeah, the
before
mantle.
I
Picked up
said
the
it. The good
mantle.
word.
Jess?
Now, I was going to say, now you saw their struggle with being put on the spot.
Yeah,
here.
I know.
Jess, you had a little bit of time.
Yeah, I was really, y'all saw me ruminating.
She used that time for us to murmur at each other about
Yeah.
what we're trying to think instead of thinking.
Well, you know, I'm thinking about cartoon characters that I relate to, and just what immediately stands out is everyone from the Goofy movie.
Let's go.
Shout out to the
Okay.
Goofy
I love the
movie.
Goofy movie. Something about a hybrid dog human I don't know. It's just the non-binary in me just is kicking and screaming, and I love it. And but God, but you know, in terms of voice acting, I'll never forget when I heard Susan Egan for the first time as Meg in Hercules, which is my other favorite Disney film, and I was just like, what are these dulcet tones?
You
like,
love it.
Yeah.
I was like, I like that.
Of course.
I want to be. I like for myself.
I can see simpatico there because Megara,
Yeah.
she was not taking any guff from anyone.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, like if I were, you know, like cutie ingenue girl, it would be Meg. Like
love
I
it.
always dreamed of that. And also I really love Sadness from Inside Out.
Oh, yes.
Anytime I see that girl at Disney World, I'm like,
I'm just
we're
gonna
the
hug
same.
you. I'm just
We're
gonna
the
hug
same.
you. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
hug you. No, I love it. I think that we are in a resurgence of the era of the voice actor. It's not the same as it has been. Like in the 90s, we kind of had a shift where instead of traditional voice actors being hired for roles, we had celebrities lending their voices, which was fun. But now we're back to almost a craftsmanship level of voice actors kind of being elevated. What does that look like for you as practitioners? Are you super excited for that roundabout turn and having stuck the course? Or is it kind of like a new territory where what voice acting is, because there's animation, there's video games, there's so many different things now that it's intimidating for it to be so squarely on your shoulders again?
Yeah, I feel like that's a you question.
Well, I would just say that I think what's so exciting about what's happening now is just the diversity
Yes,
in
yes.
voice acting. I mean, it really makes a difference, and representation makes such a huge difference. And there are so many people who see and experience and fall in love with characters from shows that are taking those steps to say, like, you know,
This is what it is.
These are all people.
I love it.
These are
Yeah.
or these are all hybrid dog
Hybrid
people.
dog humans. Yeah.
And then to have those people
Diversity.
say, I want to do that. I want to be that. I want to voice that.
Yes.
So I'm glad that it's not just like, what name can we get? Which still happens.
Sure.
I think in film more than
Well,
on
of course.
television.
Yes, yes.
Or on streaming. But that would be such a shame to just stunt cast everything when you have this whole generation
Yeah.
of people of color coming in.
Yes.
I mean, just all different representations coming
brilliant.
in and showing that it's possible, which is very exciting.
I love that. I love
I'd
that.
agree. Yeah, what do you think about that, Marty?
I totally agree with that. I agree. We all agree.
We all agree.
It's a wonderful thing regarding the diversity and the fact what you said about the celebrities. Unfortunately, I agree with you that it's starting to get more the craftsmanship, but I still believe that the celebrities are still being sought after
They are.
first.
Yes, yes.
So the only reason, it's a good thing, there's so much material going on, so many projects. Begrudgingly, they had to use actual voice actors because they just can't get celebrities for everything. So I'm happy about that.
I love it.
Also,
I
wait,
love it.
what? Like, I'm a celebrity. What are you saying?
No. It's different.
Man, I'm kidding. I'm
It's-
kidding.
no, no.
No, seriously, because I'd be over here like,
Wait a
I'm like,
minute.
me? Like, y'all care about me? Even like, because I'm over here meeting my legends, and I'm just, it's really like another answer to that. Like,
Yeah.
I fangirl at any opportunity
Nothing wrong with
to be immersed within the world. And when I receive breakdowns for parts, I enjoy seeing the diversity in the parts, not necessarily just by, you know, ethnicity and I suppose sexual orientation, however you identify. It's truly like, but like I'm enjoying the adjectives and the way that characters are being described.
Yes.
And because our world is becoming more and more complicated every day, there's different kinds of human beings that rise to the stakes to
Absolutely.
fight crime or whatever. And I enjoy doing things that might not necessarily be like a huge name. Like I get to focus more on the nuance of the character I'm developing as opposed to like, what will people think about this? It makes me think more about the story. And yeah, auditioning never ends.
Just to jump in with what you're saying,
Please
you
do.
know, and it's doesn't hold. I know that the voice actor roundtable, but you can't actually. To me, acting is acting.
See, we were about to
Exactly.
jump into that. I love how this is naturally went there. Let's
because
go.
it's a round table.
Yes.
So that's what
It's
happens at a round table.
I'm gonna just drop
right?
the
It's
mic
an
right now.
open-ended round circle couch half.
Circular reasoning,
Yes.
circularly everything. By the way, just to address the elephant in the room, I am recovering from a stroke that I had 8 months ago, so I just have to mention it. My speech was affected. Only my speech was affected.
Thank God.
But where I am right now,
sir.
speech-wise, versus where I was 8 months ago, even 3 months ago, it continuing to grow. But so when I see myself fumphering around, I have to mention it. I have to come clean to you people. I
love
don't
it.
want
I
to
love
lie to you.
Oh my God, stop it. You're just a silly goose. No one would think anything else.
A
Listen,
silly
no.
goose. But I feel better now.
Good.
And they feel bad for me, but
Yes.
they're beautiful things.
I
I
genuinely-
needed your compassion.
Marty, I did not know that. I genuinely was like, he's taking his time with his thoughts and his words in a
Right?
way that I could learn from. And now you've excused it in this way that I'm like, what? No,
funny.
keep doing that. I
That's
want
so
you to keep
funny.
doing that. It's
No.
making me more
I love it. I
intentional
love
and
it.
thoughtful.
And for you to reveal that takes courage. So thank
Come
you so
on.
much.
Come on,
Badass.
courage,
baby.
cowardly dog.
Badass.
But
Absolutely.
But just to complete the thought, before I so rudely interrupted myself, all of that acting, I think, is so important. Like,
Yes.
I believe independent film, it's independent short films. It's a way of the future for all of us, and a lot of the people celebrities are doing short film now because you need to act, you need to create your own thing, your own situation, rather than hoping somebody sees you and has just the right role for
now.
you. So rather than wait for that,
Yep.
go out and create your own thing. You gotta sink some money into it, but you don't have to sink as much as you think, you
That's
know.
right, that's right.
You know, do an Indiegogo fundraiser
That's
every
right.
time.
Indiegogo.
Make it happen.
Throwing
It's true.
money at you and you do it. But anyway,
I love it.
so just in line with
Yes.
what you
Yes.
say, the nuancing.
Do we have any aspiring voice actors in the room? Okay, so y'all heard the word there. The first thing is acting first. Voice is just another vehicle for your acting, but you have to put that effort into your craft first and foremost. And to that end, when it came to looking at acting, which is a form of storytelling via connection of people, was that something that was a natural inclination to you? Were you naturally empathetic and open to talk to people and share? Or was that something you kind of had to learn to open up for? Yeah. Did you? I get it, yes. So you,
On your crocodile of tears.
Hey, it's not. They're not crocodile.
Oh, they are. Get on.
Truly such a crybaby in real life. So, yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure we all come from theater world at some
Yes,
point,
yes.
and that. I just always wanted to act. I just always wanted to tell stories. When I was younger, I thought I was gonna grow up to be an author, and then I got like so scared to I would write so many stories and like short stories, and I would write them. I am currently writing. I am actually. Yeah, I'm writing a pilot right now. It's kicking
let's
my
go.
butt.
Let's go.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You have to make your own stuff.
Yes.
Anyway, not me plugging. Okay.
No, plug away, please.
I'm just taking a class, you guys. This is what I'm saying. The class never, like, the learning never stops.
No.
Like, so just the opportunity to tell a story in general. I wasn't expecting to go into voiceover.
Gotcha.
It was something that found me in a very serendipitous, wonderful, God
We're
blessed
thankful
way.
for that.
I love
Yeah.
that word, serendipitous.
It was
by
very.
the way.
I mean, serendipity. We pray for it these days. God,
Yes.
can just something nice and random and wonderful
Are
happen?
we murmuring again?
Are we mirroring?
Murmuring
We're
again.
murmuring, we
She
keep
said
murmuring.
murmuring.
Yeah,
We're
See,
mirroring and murmuring.
see, the stroke sometimes
Oh my
helps
God!
us
Stop! I can't. I can't. Yeah, this. Yeah, we're so much for voice acting. We're really articulating well.
You are. You're giving everything that we need right now.
Yeah.
Like, truly.
Well, yeah. So I mean, but in terms of empathy, I feel like speaking of giving, I love to give my all. I just got a note on a self-tape that I did that I was like, can she bring it down? But we
Wow,
love
wow.
it. But that's the thing. Yeah, I think we all have. But that's the beauty of voice acting, is
course.
that you can do it all in the booth, and you need to be able to emote and not care about what people think about or how they're perceiving your delivery.
Yes.
And also, I think true intention and genuity, is that a word? You can hear that in someone's voice.
Yes, yes.
And so when you're really like taking the time to speak to someone and like feel it out, people can hear that, and that's what makes people empathize with voiceover. And
But I'm listening to you, Jess, and you're talking about I just met her for the first time. I met you before. Didn't we do a panel?
A couple of cons, and I think maybe a panel together.
We did a
in the last
panel
couple
together.
years.
I know we did. Meeting you for the first time.
Yeah, just
the minute.
fangirled.
What?
I just fangirled over you.
This happened, and it was
The minute
adorable.
I met you, I was seeing you're an empath. You're natural. You
She's gonna
just
cry.
you're just there for the world of people. You know? So when you mentioned bringing it down, that's true. I am guilty from birth
Yes.
of being too much, Marty, too much. Bring it down a little bit. I'm still getting that from my wife, my kids. Everybody wants me to tone it down a little bit, but I can tone it down beautifully. But actually, it's harder to bring it up. Somebody, it's prone to
You can always turn it down.
Yeah.
prone to being reined in. They can't quite easily bring it up. Better let it all hang out.
There
and
it
then
is.
Comment let's little bit less, and then you got it. So you keep being too much. Good. Keep
Marty.
being too much.
That's right.
All right, now I'm really gonna cry. Thanks, bro. But yeah,
I love it. I love it.
empath, sure. Yeah, well, aren't we all?
I am going to invite you guys to ask some questions. We got a microphone right here, so feel free to line up. Don't be shy. This is a safe place. This is a time for you to ask some things. But as you guys line up, I'm going to ask one last question.
You made a safe space.
Always. When it comes to your instrument of your voice, what is your favorite practiced regimen to keep your voice as strong and healthy as possible?
Shutting the hell up. For real, I enjoy not talking to nobody. Being alone in my room, I'm always all the time. I can't help it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I soundboard all the time. It's how I process everything, unfortunately.
Out loud.
Yeah. But, being quiet.
Drinking a lot of water.
Yes,
definitely
staying hydrated.
helps.
Especially if you're traveling to and from
Yes,
places, you don't
yes,
realize
yes.
how dehydrated you get.
Breathe. Breathing helps me. And it's so funny because that's what my speech professional that I'm working with now after the stroke. Breathe, slow it down, and take the volume down a little bit, maybe. All of a sudden, when the volume's down, all of a sudden, it's easier to get everything out.
Wow.
So, and that also helps to preserve my voice.
Appreciate that. Thank you for that.
I'm the place I take care of my voice the least is places like this, because it doesn't feel like work.
Right.
It doesn't feel like a job. It feels like hanging out. It's loud in there, and
Right.
I get real effusive and really excited to have conversations about the stuff that we love and we get to do. And so that I'm a terrible example, because by tomorrow I'll be like, I know I sound like a lifelong smoker. It's just that I've been talking a lot. So I have to remember to drink lots of water here and in life just sort of treat the voice as you would if you are doing a job or if you know you have to. So
What y'all
I have
need to
some
take
great
from that,
lozenges. Great lozenges.
Oh, love lozenges.
literally understand that her love of you, exhibiting your love for her, is going to cost her her voice. So that's going to be all your fault.
Thanks,
Just want you to
everyone.
know that.
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
Yeah, it's all yours.
But that's so
Worth it.
that's so true though. You don't think about it at places
Right.
like this, and that's another thing. People think, oh, if you're not singing, then you don't need to do vocal warm-ups. I got a vocal warm-up that I be doing not every 2 days.
That's what I'm
I
talking
was gonna say every day, not even every 2 days, maybe a couple times a week. But I have it on deck, and when
Yes.
I know that I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking or things, like you have to warm up no matter
course.
what. And it's not always like fun to remember to do, but God, it just makes such a difference.
Can we meet up before
Yeah, I know,
the day
right?
starts tomorrow and you can walk me through it?
Of course, I'll meet you anytime, Janet. But yes, that's I'd say you definitely warming up and also a little larynx massage. You'll always see me in the corner like rubbing my neck.
That's a smart move.
Well,
That's
yes.
a smart move. Hello, friend. How we doing today?
Doing great, thanks. Was this on?
We can hear you. Yeah.
All right, awesome. Hi. Hello, everybody.
Tell us your name.
Oh, I'm Victor.
Hi, Victor.
That's a
Hey,
good
Victor.
name. I love that.
Very
There's
good
another
name.
Victor backstage.
Very
Yo, we are
good
multiplying out
name.
here. That's what I'm talking about.
Multiple Victors?
Yes.
Awesome. Hello, Jess. Anyways, so this is kind of directed at you all, and then Jess, one for you. So with the platforms that we have nowadays, is it easier to kind of get ideas about keeping with the characters that you have and have done and doing new content, you know, through various platforms, and specifically Jess? First off, also, and I'm going to speak for everybody because I'm pretty sure we all feel the same. Thank you all for being a part of our lives.
Yes,
Seriously.
yes.
You
Make that
guys-
noise, y'all. Don't be shy now.
Seriously.
Celebrate. That's what I'm
At
talking
all
about.
aspects, you know, different parts of our lives, you've all been there for me. So thank you so much. And
Yes, yes.
So, anyways, but Jess, in particular, Louisa. Is there any chance we're gonna get to see her soon or anything? I don't,
Whoa.
that pilot, I don't
Hold
know.
on. Let me explain something to you. Very important. Disney has shooters. Okay. We don't ask for spoilers of any kind.
Listen.
Disney will drop an assassin from the. You want the Winter Soldier to show up and kill everybody in the room? We don't have time for those kind of problems. So-
Mickey is always watching.
Listen, yeah. No, you can't. Yeah, you can't ask that kind of question.
I just wasn't quiet. Anyway,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
Wait,
not your
so
fault, but I
what's
just got to
the
explain.
question,
Yes.
Victor?
Well, are we gonna? Is there any possible chance that we're gonna see her in the future?
Here, we'll flip
What,
it.
Louisa?
Yeah, would you like to see
don't
Louisa
know.
come back?
Yeah.
Man, y'all ask these questions like I know.
Listen, I think
I know just as much as you do.
And then
Yes.
just in general, like I said, with all streaming, YouTube, anything, is there more opportunities that come about with some of those past characters before, or any new characters? And stuff
So
like
you
that?
mean like, are there like, is there like a possibility of developing storyline with Louisa or
Well,
something?
yeah. Or
I mean,
just
I pray for it.
Let me see if I can decipher this question, which has gone
Yeah,
down
Marty,
a
can I get a
curious
translator?
rabbit hole right now. So, are you, to simplify it, are you asking that with all the streaming platform, the availability to have content happen, the possibilities of any of these characters to come back? So the answer is yes and no. The no part is that still, if any of these characters gonna come back, you still gotta have the funding of the big guys who own these platforms. You know, the big companies, the big money going on, and the owners of these properties also have to weigh on for this. So nothing has changed with that. The thing that has, I believe I can speak for all of you. I see he's speaking for all of you. I'm going to speak for all of them.
Yes, yes.
So I believe that much the way we spoke before, we can not bring back necessarily the exact characters that we did before because we got sued. We're not going to be able to do it. But in the context of that, we can take something, a hybrid of many different things that basically I can do a kind of character like Courage, use Courage in it to bring me out in a new character. So I think that's the best you're going to do with that situation.
Yeah.
There's definitely a character that I'm working on right now in a little TV show that is similar to Louisa, and I believe I was cast in it because of the similarities.
There you
So
go.
that's something that'll be coming out at some point.
Yeah.
And that's we're slowly working on it.
Thank you.
Thank
Jeff.
like
you,
it.
my friend.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Victor.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi,
What's your name?
my name's Austin.
Hi, Austin.
I have a question for Marty. What is your favorite courage moment that always makes you laugh? For example, like one of my favorites is every time when Courage gets hurt, he always does that crazy laughter he yells.
That's
I'm
the one.
dying. I'm freaking
Yes.
out.
So, my favorite Courage moments, a couple of them, but I'm gonna do one has a visual connected with it. When I first saw this, the first season, I believe the first episode, for me, I think it was the Shadow of Courage.
Yes.
Him screaming the long hallway, seeing him all the way down to the end of the long hallway, and the screaming, he's flying down the hallway with that overblown porcupine image of him, right? And he's going, coming up to the front of the past and out in the image. The small image going up to the big image and out. For me, I laughed hysterically when I saw that. But also some reason, for me, one of my favorite lines to say, and it's not even a big deal line, I have a feeling something bad is going to happen. Somehow I like that line.
It's a good
I
one.
always like to say it.
I love it.
He
I love
always
it.
says it.
All the time. All the time. I love it.
Thank you.
Austin, thank you so much for that. Hello.
Hi, my name's Claire.
Hi, Claire.
I have a question. Well, of course I do. But I noticed that a lot of voice actors will use their natural voices in roles. Is there ever been a time where you've had to create a character for a role or a voice for a role, that was different from how you normally speak?
Yeah, separating from your natural voice to find a character, that's a fun challenge sometimes. Is there a particular character that comes to mind that you've had to do that for?
Well, I feel like for Louisa, I had to. I mean, we both have got this low register, which was the number one quality that they wanted, and this sort of raspiness that also, I guess, sounded like someone who was a baby at the same time, but also tough. And I was like, thanks, guys, that's me. But I was definitely asked to lean into the lower parts of my voice and coming abuela, I really had to and I'm not always talking like this all the time, but sometimes if I
is
get
what it
real
is.
crazy. But I wouldn't say it's my natural speaking voice to have those intonations. And then when I worked on Monster High, that's very like this, and I'm always talking like this, and that's really because it's really upbeat, and it's you have to talk with a smile because everything is really nice and sweet. How about you, Janet? I'm just chatting around.
What sprung to mind, because I was just with someone else who was on the same show that no one saw because it was during the pandemic, but I got to be 3 different characters on the show where each character was an animal from the horoscope.
Okay.
And then that character embodied the qualities of that sign. So I played a character called Cancer. She was a crab. She just loved being at work, and she loved to drink oat milk.
Wow.
And then on the same show, I got to be two parrot twins who were Pisces, and they both kind of had like this sort of Millhouse voice that was like, "I'm getting really into like stock trading, which has been very cool for me." So those are very fun. It's very fun when you get, and especially when they give you the picture, and they don't tell you what they're looking for, so you just have to go, and it's scary too, because you're like, I have no idea. Like, to me, this character, what can you get from it? Does it look like this character has an overbite? Does it look like they have an underbite? Does it look like they have big cheeks? Does it look like, you know what I mean? Like, what clues are you getting? Sometimes you don't even know how old they are. Yeah. So it's fun and scary because you're doing this tiny mini world building just for an audition and hoping that something about it speaks to the creator. But yeah, those are fun.
I love that.
That.
Marty, what about you? You want to add to that?
Definitely, if you look no further than Courage the Cowardly Dog, because listen to the way I'm speaking right now, right? I have a raspy, low voice, and most of my acting, it's in that voice, but all of a sudden, all the things I do for love, I'm way up here, right? What'll I do? Totally out of my range, actually very out of my range. So I think that sometimes you feel so comfortable in doing something with your own voice. And I'm also talking, I had a lot of experience on stage and doing many different kind of, the theater thing we're talking about. But so much of it is wearing that mask, sometimes wearing the mask, doing my character. I did in a summer stock once, I did playing against Sam. It's a Woody Allen character. Yes. And he was, so I was a Jew from New York City doing a Jew from New York City. So I was doing it, and I was just able to
being you.
Just come from myself. Easy thing to do in a way, but not as easy as a thing, but still easy in a way. But there's nothing like assuming a mask, because it addresses something that the child in us as actors always wanted to play dress up, play make-believe. So make-believe with something, whatever you're doing, what Jess was doing before. So it's so exciting to be able to do a different voice and a different demeanor from yourself, because you get to hide any neurosis you have going on with yourself.
Or let them all hang out.
Either way, actually.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said.
Well said.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to warn you guys. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes left, but here's the thing. If we don't get to your question, I'm going to invite you to come front and center for the stage selfie that we're going to do. So if you don't get to ask a question, you're going to get like premier seating or standing for our stage selfie. Cool? Does that work for you guys?
We're going to try
more speed round.
We're taking a long time
answering. So you guys all
Speed,
get
Here we go.
Speed round. Let's do it.
We'll see what happens.
My name's Destiny, my name's Destiny, and first I wanted to say to Marty, I find you really inspiring.
Absolutely.
Because actually 7 years ago in January, I had a stroke at the age of 15.
Come on now, make some noise for that, y'all. Come on.
So it's really cool.
Yes, thank you for being here.
It's really cool to see someone in this industry that's, making it work and doing this kind of thing and enjoying it still, even despite that hardship that comes with your speech being a little, hard to project sometimes. My question was
Bless you.
Yes.
My question was for all of you. For someone who's already got all the setup, equipment and stuff, and is getting ready to start auditions for the first time, what do you think the best piece of advice you could give to someone like that? What's the best starting point for you?
Doing an audition?
Yes, someone who's getting ready to start to do auditions
Yes.
and things.
Are
Yes,
you
sir.
going to go in the room to do an audition? Go somewhere and perform for somebody? The most important thing is first learn what you got to learn, but the main thing is the audition begins the minute you walk into the room.
But you're talking about you have a setup, right?
Yes,
So you're doing virtually.
You're talking about auditioning from home?
at home or just
Oh,
basically anything.
you answer
Either
that.
at home or in person.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I would agree with Marty in terms of like if it is in person, yes, audition. It's why I pray for in-person auditions, and we
Yes.
rarely
Yeah,
have
me too.
them. And you know, I auditioned for Encanto in person, and I know that
wow.
it made all the difference.
Come on now.
I auditioned for the majority of my voiceover stuff in just in my closet, or truly underneath my bed sheets on my phone. But I just have to. I treat it like a monologue, like an acting piece. So I would say that that's the best piece of advice that I can give you is to treat it as if you were doing it on camera. Don't think about your face, but in terms of earnestness and like the meaning that you're putting behind it. And you can't think about how you're sounding. It's just like it's truly like what feels truthful for you. So I'm literally thinking about the acting technique that
like
I've
being
learned.
We totally concur with
Yeah.
her answer.
Yes.
We do.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my advice.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Hello.
Hello.
In the spirit of the speed round.
So my name is Silas, and my question is more so, if you have like the material, so we're building off what she said, and you've done a few auditions, and you have stuff that you want to create, but you've kind of fallen into a rut of life, so to speak, and there are things that are just getting in the way
Life be
continuously. Do you have any advice for like finding that energy or that time to create when like you've lost it somewhat?
I'll answer that one.
Come on now.
The old guy is gonna answer. So anyway, my answer to you is because I'm guilty of that even to this very day. I can say many times I could be doing something creatively and
Yeah.
I have an excuse. I'm being in a rut. So the rut is not basically life is hard. It's hard to weather so many things. But the rut is we create the rut, not life. So we can right now, any time, any moment, take a couple of minutes to do something to feed that desire. So you don't have to think about it, much like Jess said, don't think about every little thing, don't judge yourself, and just say, what am I gonna do? 5 minutes, set the timer, do something interesting, do something that feeds that, and that's the only way that it's ever gonna happen.
Right,
Well
because those
said.
small decisions
Yes.
make life. Okay.
They concur with me.
Concur.
Do you ladies have any other advice as well on top of the concursion?
Well, I mean, I was in a rut yesterday. I needed to sit down and write some stuff, and nothing was coming out of me. So I took myself on a walk, and I went to the bookstore, and I bought a bunch of poetry, and I read it, and then I was able to write a couple sentences, and that was like something for the day. But it's the small wins. But
Absolutely.
But I agree with Marty that like we create the rut.
Yeah.
Life is really
Yeah,
freaking hard though, and
I
it gets
never
harder
thought
every
about
day.
that like that before.
Especially in this country. So maybe if we could all move together to Greece, that'd be
Let's
sick.
go.
Thank you, my friend.
Absolutely,
Next
thank you.
guy.
Thank you.
Come on,
Actually,
speed.
we did hit our time limit. That was the
No!
sound. But that means that you guys get to come front and center first. So line up right here. You guys, everybody in line.
And we're at our
Come up right
table.
We're at our
here.
tables. Come
Yes,
ask us
yes.
We
questions.
like coffee.